Just got back from over there. I sat a while with Jim. Sat there sort of helpless, like there's nothing I can do. There's nothing anyone can do to be to help to him. He's a-heading for the sky home, and I'm feeling mighty blue. Could you let me have a bourbon, Tom, to sort of stay my nerve? It's mighty tough to have to sit and watch an old pal die. There, thank you, Tom. God bless you, boy. That's mighty fine of you. I'll pay you back someday. At least I'll try. Did I ever tell you about the time when me and Jim met up? We were yunkers then, and riding herd down on a Texas plain. The life was wild and woolly, but we loved it all, you bet. And between us grew a friendship that the years could never change. Well, Jim could sing a lullaby in a voice so low and sweet, 'twould calm the wildly milling herd and lull them all to sleep. So is it strange that when he sang a love song sweet and low, he won the heart of little Juan down there in Mexico? Or is it strange that when the Texas moon is riding high, and all the little stars there be are dancing in the sky, and all the little breeze there be are playing in the sand, that Jim would ride away alone down to the Rio Grande? Down where the silvery river winds, so silent like and staid, where the yellow rose of Texas blooms beneath the mesquite shade, where lazy waters catch the gleam of dancing stars above, you know she's waiting there for him, her dark eyes filled with love. Her gentle voice so low, so sweet, to fill his soul with bliss. Her gentle heart that's made to love, her lips that's made to kiss. The Spanish blood warm in her veins that speaks of centuries past. The little hand so soft, so warm, a dream too sweet to last. The wild rose bloom is on her cheek, the dark curls crown her brow. She knows no sorrow, knows no care. Her heart is happy now. He takes the small form in his arms and holds her to his heart and whispers words of truest love and vows they'll never part. Then came the day he rode away, never to return. As days turned into weeks, I felt his fate I'd have to learn. I bought a hoss off from the boss, a sturdy, steadfast roan, and hoof and nail we hit the trail to the strange world all alone. From north to south, from east to west, from valleys deep to mountain crests, from spreading sagebrush-dotted plain to buffalo grass where cattle range. For 20 years, 'neath blazing sky and burning sands, I could not die. Yet 20 hosses shrew their bones along the trails that I have known. Then trail worn and broken down, I settled in a desert town. You know the kind of town I mean, where outlaw hide and miners dream. A water hole where wild grass grow, false-fronted shacks all in a row. A bar room here, a stable there, a hash house in the sunburned square. All sleep by day, at night they play, they come, they go, few ever stay. While me, a sort of worthless chap, work here and there at this and that. It means a bed and food to eat, a drink when someone pays a treat. For I have settled down to stay, I think. Then comes another day. He dragged his feet down the dusty street, unconscious like of the midday heat. His shoulders stooped, his head hung low, his body bent like an archer's bow. And close to his heels and step by step, a phantom shape like a shadow crept. Just the skin and bones of an old gray hound, as long as your arm and as big around. And they looked not left and they looked not right, and they never paused as you think they might, till they came to the hash house in the square. Then they lift their heads and they sniffed the air. Well, Biscuit Sue was cooking stew, Smelt mighty good, I'm telling you. Was just the sort of grub you'd want to feed a man whose belly's gaunt. Well, Sue, she fed them slow until she felt that they had had their fill. And then we gathered round to find the dog is deaf, the man is blind. Two pals, but really one, who know alone the things they've done. The brain grown weak, the heart grown cold, a living thing without a soul. And though it's true, you'll never tell. It's plain to see they've lived through hell. Those sunken features, gaunt and grim. Yes, Tom, you're right. 'Twas my pal Jim. Some people say a desert rat is just a sort of worthless cuss. But through the years I cared for Jim, those desert rats took care of us. Their hearts are purer than the gold, the bit they take from desert sands, and they are counted in the fold that God alone can understand. And when old Doc came into town and saw poor Jim a-sitting thar, he sent us to a miner's home where we have had the best of care. I learned a lot by sitting round and hearing him talk to that old hound as he lived again that merciless hell, and I think I know his secret well. Why, I've heard him say to that old greyhound as he sat with his hand on that shaggy head, it came with a sort of hissing sound out of the night and my Juan was dead. Then he'd sort of moan and talk of blood and curse in a pious sort of way. Then he'd raise and scream to the God above that he'd get that greaser and make him pay. And that dog would whine and kiss his hand as if to say, I understand. And it seemed to me from what I heard that in 20 years he'd kept his word. Why, I've seen him stand with his cane in his hand and strike at the sand and swear. 'Twas something he saw that I didn't see, something that wasn't there. Then his voice would break and his hand would shake and the cords in his neck would swell. Then he laughed like I reckon the devil laughs when he prods at the souls in hell. Then he called to the buzzards overhead, come on, you fools, you'll soon be dead. You're due for a treat of rotten meat that only a vulture from hell would eat. So tear him raw with your beak and claw and leave his bones for the wolves to chaw. Well, Tom, I guess I'll be traveling on. It won't be long till my pal is gone. And I want to be there to say goodbye when he hits the trail to beyond the sky. And I want to be there to hold his hand. Perhaps in the end he'll understand. And I want to be there to sort of pray to the angels that come to light his way. And I thank ye, Tom, for all you've done. You're mighty fine and I won't forget. But the hours are long till the morning sun. The hours are long while I wait and fret. While I sit and dream of the days gone by. While I sit and wait for my pal to die. And Tom, I know you're grieving too. You'd like to help me if you could. Well, Tom, I tell you what I think would really do the greatest good. Just place 2 glasses on the bar, like Jim and I were standing there, and fill them to the very brim. And I'll drink one for me, and the other for Jim.